toxic environment. Why would you stay with a man? Beefing, letting kids see arguments, the presence, the energy. You shouldn't let your kids be around that. And this is why I'm saying, because there's a stigma of single mum and people feel that they can call out single mums this.
You're still doing
people
this?
will,
You're still doing this?
Yeah, we're still fucking doing it. We're still doing this. No, because they like to say that like, no, but they like to say that like you're supposed to sit in something. Are you mad? I'll never sit in anything. Why would I sit in something that no, it's how is that about the, how are you caring about a child?
This is why you're bad.
No, but how are you caring about the child if you're sitting in something that is toxic? Imagine by leaving your child has peace. They wake up every morning with peace.
Why are you making this point joy about?
No, I'm just talking about it because I'm talking to them. I'm not even actually talking to them. I'm talking to all the trolls. Because they love to say, "Oh, why you not with your wife? You shouldn't be with the staying. Like you stay for the sake of it. That's a status.
It's not for the sake of it.
It is for the sake of it.
Your kids are just for the sake of it. This is crazy.
What? So your kids are supposed to? No, I know what you're doing now. Because I actually was never talking to her. I'm talking to
them. Yeah, the gun fingers.
Yeah, that's all. The
kids are more important. Don't listen to what she said. The kids are more important.
They are, man. Because you know what? I'm not. You're right. There's some scenarios where you're right, but you know how much men are miserable with women they don't want to be with for the picnic.
Good for them.
No, they probably.
I'm not doing that in order for exactly. But I'm not doing that.
Homosexual. Yeah, that's what that is.
I need to be.
That's different.
Hobosexual.
Yeah, hobosexual.
Oh, what's I said?
I've got one first. Sorry.
That's not what. I didn't say that.
I promise you.
You watch it back on the recording.
Homosexuals. Yeah, that's the word.
No, it's actually impossible. Well, not impossible, but it's really difficult for a woman to like do it by herself. You know, it's supposed to be with a man in this society.
No, I agree.
Absolutely.
Who said we wasn't? I 100% agree with you. I do not promote single motherhood at all.
Yeah,
I know I don't promote it. However, if you are in, let's say, domestic violence or there is a lot of arguing and things like that. Arguing's fine, but it depends on the level that it's going to.
What's the level's not acceptable?
In terms of abuse, shouting.
So let's not argue in front of the kids. We argue not in front of the kids.
So we're taking our arguments outside. Wait, kids! I'm just gonna go outside and have a shouting match.
No, you don't have to. You might as well argue in front of them.
So
let's go for a drive. You go. I don't know.
So tell me something.
That's arguments,
what I'm at.
And the kids are then left in the house.
No, but arguments are they not explosive? You don't go in your head.
Your arguments.
If you're mad enough to go like this, oh my god, I'm raging. Let's go for a drive. You're a fucking psychopath.
No, but you don't argue. As you said, I don't think you should argue in front of your picnic.
You shouldn't.
I'm someone who's had to experience people arguing in front of me as a child.
It's
I know it's not good, but I don't mean you must break up your relationship. You must find an alternative. You should both be. You should want the same goal of a happy household. As much as we want to argue,
right now, that person doesn't want the same goal.
Why would you not? Why are you together then?
Exactly.
Why am I breeding you?
And now I'm a single mum. Exactly.
What do you mean though? I'm lost.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you're arguing and the person... No, if you're arguing... I'm not personalising.
You did, you said, I'm a single mum. I was like, we're not
talking about
because
then that means I've then become a single mum. Does that make sense?
Why? Because you can't argue in the car.
No, it's not about arguing. Your partner's not on the same page. Remember, one might want to make it work and really try. The other might not.
And who's the
These
other?
are all just scenario. We don't know.
I feel like it's the woman because you lot said that I got to be happy if I'm not happy. It's toxic.
That's just me. I don't care about
so much, though.
stigmas. I don't care about any of those things. I'm not happy. I don't believe that my children can be happy.
No, that's not so.
See, if the main carer's not their best,
then that doesn't work for a household.
You see, happy wife, happy life. You heard that saying?
Yeah.
There's not even a happy husband.
Yes, there is.
Nobody cares.
No,
you know what I mean? You're not quite like.
No, there is. There is.
There isn't.
I'm telling you, there is.
We're talking about this, but at the same time, if there is a thriving home,
I just made that up.
No,
I just made that up.
I heard that up. I can probably go on TikTok and find it.
I think it's brilliant.
Happy man, happy plan.
Happy man, happy plan is not a real thing. I made that up.
Yes, it is because I heard it.
Do you
the Americans say that?
Do you two know, other than us lot, like men who live by themselves that have got children elsewhere and they do their part still?
Yeah, no, all of.
Because a lot of men do not live by themselves.
No. All of my I can tell you, every single one of my cousins on my mum and on my dad's side all look after their children.
And
some of them live on their own. Some of them are still with with the mum.
You might say the ones that ain't with the mum.
Yeah, and I mean 10 out of 10.
I know loads.
Like, honestly, big up my cousin Sean, Mindset Blakey, love you, cuz.
And what about ones that are with the mum?
Yeah. They do their part. I don't know.
I don't know. None of my
but that's
friends,
what I'm saying.
other than the ones that I'm like around, that live by themselves and look after their child.
Wow, man, that's big.
Because men understand that you need a woman. So they'll get with someone else, I suppose.
I don't know any.
You know, let me play you something and see if you lot agree with this, yeah?
I'm going to be aggressive because nobody wants to hear this. Because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible. It actually isn't. It was never meant to happen for the human race, number one. Number two, single biggest determiner of whether a mother is a good mother, what do you think it is? This is going to blow your mind when I tell you the answer. Whether they have a supportive partner. The major argument for good dads is actually, can the dad be there for the mom? Because it's like a direct chain is what we see. What you see is that if you've got a father figure, basically, who's supportive to the mother's energy goes towards the children. But the second that she doesn't have that supportive energy, she collapses, is what happens. And then the kids get starved. And we're not actually supposed to be living in a single family household, so it's supposed to be a lot more support towards mom than just dad. But I'm going with standard societal structure. You are a victim of a society that was never meant to work this way. I'm going to be aggressive.
I agree.
Alright, so you see what she said though?
I agree with everything that she said.
If the woman is not prim and proper and looked after and treated well, the kids go down the pan.
But it's shown.
Which shows that you lot are a bit...
It's shown
fill in the blank. You lot are a bit...
It's shown that we're supposed to be... It's not about being selfish. You're supposed to be in a partnership.
Yeah, but when you're not, you'd throw the kids in the bin.
That's not what they're saying. It didn't say that. It said the children are starved.
That's what they said.
It said the
Basically,
children are starved.
yeah, you're doing that semantics thing. We know what she meant.
Guess what? Our kids ain't.
You can't do that.
I can.
Of course not.
I can.
That.
I can, and I can definitely go by my son. Yeah, I can go by him alone, and that's absolutely fine.
You don't know any whatless guy?
Not really, actually. I don't know any whatless.
I've known a few, but because I don't keep that around,
did you pull them up though at the time?
Yeah, hence the reason they're not around. Because you're not gonna tell me about. I'll never forget the day the girl said, "Oh, I'm gonna come and pick you up," and I was like, "Oh, why? What's up?" "Oh, because we need to go outside, blah blah's house and see who's coming in and out." That was the last day that me and her spoke.
Don't you dare say the name, by the way.
Did you go? Did you go?
And I've never spoken to me.
Did you go?
I
rolled
my
house.
I don't do that.
She went to be out one girl.
I was with her.
It's funny, we didn't know her.
And I saw her
again.
she was with me, and she was like, "Oh, there's this person. We put it into a car wash." She said, "Watch this." By the time she said, "Watch this," the door has flown open. She's getting dragged out and beaten up. I'm doing this.
Man.
You're not getting out to fight.
Who's beating out the man?
No, the girl. This other girl.
The two girls are fighting?
Yeah. Do you think I'm not getting to help what? You see, whatless. I don't care if you're whatless man or woman, but worse if you're a whatless woman, you're not going to be around me.
Yeah.
Because my life is too peaceful. My life is so peaceful for me to be doing anything like that. So no, there is no whatless girls. I'm not gonna see you. There was another girl I used to work with, and she used to buy 2 different sets of food. She'll buy branded stuff for herself and her boyfriend, and non-branded stuff for the kids. Locked her off, can't talk to her anymore.
That's Pete.
What do you think this is?
Right.
What is that?
Because that scenario is crosses because that means that your man.
Yes, I'm not.
You should just buy budget food for everybody.
everybody.
I heard a man say that this is why enough relationships don't last when the kids grow up and go about their business, because the woman spends the whole time not catering for her partner and puts the kids before them.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's right?
No, the fact is, if I shouldn't just say if you're married, but it's you two first.
You
two first.
Because it's you who are in this for life, innit? Of course, we're not saying throw the kids in the bin and let them die.
No, you're not going to look after your kids, but it's you.
Because I think women don't do that nowadays. I think the kids are before everything, even the man.
And that's actually not.
Hence why the man go about his is Dave.
Yeah, because he doesn't even feel like he's on.
Yeah. It's definitely you two first.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the kids thrive off that. 100%. Of it being you two.
Yeah, and some men are whatless. I'm not trying to say some men are whatless and don't deserve to be known and stuff like that. I'm saying, but some women are big bad as well.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I do.
No, I agree.
Don't you look after your man?
That is you. It's you two was before the kids.
Yeah.
And you two are gonna be gone when your kids go.
Yeah.
It's still you two.
Yeah.
So why so much black? Well, night before my picnic.
Do you know why?
Nobody can tell my picnic.
Do you know why? That's because they're already in the broken home situation. That's not that man's children.
So what they
That's
learn?
what I think. That's what they.
Why don't they learn from that?
Or you saying?
Still do it.
What? It's the same mum. Like
I still think sometimes they still do it. I think he is correct.
So
when they do that nothing before my kids.
Quickly,
I hear where it's coming from.
In an ideal relationship, yeah. Let's say hypothetically, you're not with no one, you're not with no one. Whether you are, you're not. We're not talking about that. What do you lot value in a relationship from the man? Not money. Forget money for a second. I know, but just saying. I know, but no. Let's just move money up for 1 second.
Yeah, of course it is. What does Kelly say? No,
girl, to my cocky. No, I'm joking.
You need to meet your basic.
Because I can almost guarantee it's gonna go back to money.
No.
Okay, communication.
Mine is.
Oh, fuck off, Andrew, about communication.
Go on. It is communication.
Can't even delay an argument. Go on. Sorry.
Can't outside.
I'm not kidding.
No communication.
What do you mean?
Edge ain't delaying nothing she want to say. If I want to say it, I'm going to say it now.
Come in. Your partner comes back, yeah? Or your baby father comes back with his kid. Shut up, you're a dumb bitch. Are you going to say, let's have this conversation outside? Or are you going to argue there and then in front of the kids?
I'm arguing there and
See what I'm saying? There you
I'm arguing, but that's why I wouldn't be in that.
That's no communication.
But hold on, that's why I wouldn't be in that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you see what I'm saying?
And
Because if you're saying
he's
that,
a piece of shit
let me
as
tell
well,
you
though.
something.
The man is a piece of shit as well,
He
though.
has to be a piece of shit for that, but I'm not a victim.
You can't do that.
And I know myself, I'm not a victim.
What's that? What do you mean?
Okay,
How do you get there?
No,
You know what? I've realised something, yeah? You're crosses, you know. Because you know what? You know like when something happens to you, yeah? And you sit there and you go, no, I'm not a dickhead. Like, that's what shit. You can't do that. That's bad, man. That's bad. You know what? That's you know that in life, yeah, the decisions you make is based on what you tell yourself.
Yeah.
I can tell by what you tell yourself.
Yes.
No, but you need to cool
I know
yourself
down.
down a bit.
I have to stop myself.
You have to count to 10 sometimes.
100.
I'm not a victim.
100%.
You couldn't just spring off the hand and go mad. You can't do that.
She does.
You
But you know what it is?
She does.
That shows you. But I pick a certain type of man.
Okay, so
I've
what do you
never
value?
had that again. In my
um,
time, I've only had that once.
You're avoiding growth.
I'm telling you that I've only had that once because I'm not silly.
You're avoiding growth.
I now know because when you're younger, sometimes you don't realise. But I can see little traits in someone that makes me know, okay, you're gonna draw me out. I've not been drawn out ever since. So that just lets me know if you communicate with me properly on a level, I can stay at that level. I don't just do that for no reason. But if you draw me out, then I will do it. So I know. And it works
so let's get back to the question now. What do you value in a relationship?
I said communication.
Okay, let's get one from you now.
Mine is like.
What do you mean by communication?
If you're nice and
communicate
loving to me.
Oh, do you know?
Oh yeah, she loves
they're being silly.
You think you're silly?
No, her thing's a real thing.
Ellie.
No.
Are you crazy?
But I think you say that, but then I think that's important, but
No, but your person has to be on you though.
yeah, of course.
Like they have to like me
but
and
guys,
wanna
ain't
be on me.
that a standard?
No,
Why
for
are
some
you with
people,
the person?
some people are ugly.
Some people's figures
Some people walking here and
Then I wouldn't be with that person.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. What do you value?
Oh,
Not
would you
everyone even values that. Some people might like it more cool.
As she's
Do you
speaking
know what I mean?
on what the internet's gonna like. Communication.
No, but I do like
Okay,
communication.
Are you
So hold on.
I do like communication.
Micro penis and great communication that can run.
No, but
Go on, see me. It's your life. Your life. Go on. Your life.
can I tell you something?
She's done.
That can't work.
But it's good communication. Communication is 10-10.
So then that's like me saying good communication, you've got to have a big dick. Like, that's what I'm saying. Come on, you just said that with no you were being silly. So that doesn't even make sense.
50% good communication, but more on the physical appearance.
No,
So
but
hold on.
he said what do you value in a relationship though.
What if it's ugly? It's ugly, but it's great.
No, can I tell you something? Do you know why it's not making sense? Because if we're gonna go on this note, he said, what do you value in a relationship? So you're already with the person. You're not gonna pick an ugly person. So he's saying, what do you value? You're already.
I feel like some women will pick ugly people.
Medium ugly.
There you go. That's how they justify it.
Because it's got paper.
But you said that.
You said we can't talk about money.
But I'm saying it's going to go back to
free.
it.
Say whatever.
It's going back to
She
it.
said he said
Okay,
take
communication.
money
You're
out.
saying lovey-dovey.
Loving, yeah, loving.
Give me another one for me.
He's got to be able to drive, innit?
Yeah, that's
He's got to have a license, innit?
That's not like
That's just kid. That's just.
No, but this stuff I'm
What
including.
did
This
he
stuff
say?
I
He said
value.
What do you
isn't
value
it?
in a relationship?
What do I value?
Yeah.
What, you can't say someone that drives. Is that
Yeah,
like,
that's important.
it's-
If you ain't got no license in this big age, something wrong.
Yeah, no.
Something
Care,
wrong.
I'm gonna say caring,
Can you elaborate?
and you can teach me something. I need to
I
be
like
taught. Teach me something.
What? Alright, but what if you like what though?
Well, like
I don't know.
trade.
Not even.
Plaster.
Not a trade, but be able to let me be able to learn from you. Whatever that looks
What if you
like.
do something mad in the bedroom? You're like, hold on a second. How did you learn that? Why do you know that? How you gonna feel about that?
What do you mean?
He teach you something in the bedroom that he likes or that he did in his previous relationship. But that don't above you.
That
You
you
said-
done anything? I just think that's
This
silly.
is crazy.
You said teach me something.
You teach me if it's that, then teach me, isn't
Kelly's
it?
picturing him spinning on his face.
Yeah, but he's saying something mad, and then he's saying past relationship.
Spinning on the front. Spinning his mouth on the front in the bedroom.
You don't make the scenario so dumb. So silly. Guys, are we in the break? What's the time?
We could be done.
Are we completely? Oh, are you still going?
Alright, but what's the point? I love the
That is too funny, bro. Oh my